Are you ready?
Good morning. It's time for the KIZN 530 Club with Alana and Chris.
Just sitting over here talking. Sorry, Chris. I distracted you from hitting the buttons.
Well, and my mouse wouldn't reach.
Of course not. Yeah, it doesn't.
You, Alana, have been having such a morning, already. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
already.
gosh. It's so funny. So I was a little bit late today because right after the show, I'm getting the shot. And at first, I don't think about what I wear. We're not there yet because people are not in the office, so I don't really care what I wear.
Yeah.
And it usually involves workout pants and a hoodie because then I go straight to whatever I'm going to work out and do as soon as the show's done.
Yep.
So it makes it ease. But now, getting the vaccine right after the show, I needed to make sure, and I don't have one of those super sweet Dolly Parton shirts where she had the opening at the top.
Yeah, the cold shoulder.
Yeah. I don't have that.
Yeah.
So I got all dressed this morning and I was like, oh, whoops. I'm getting my vaccine today. I got to make sure. I got to go back. And then, of course, it's not quite T-shirt weather.
Not quite, no.
So you're kind of like, oh, what do I wear? And then it was just like a series of unfortunate events that, you take your computer out. Oh, I forgot my charger. That's cool. Oh, then you spilled your coffee on your computer. That's awesome. Oh, you go to take your mask, and go to the bathroom. Oh, and the whole little section that you keep it on falls over. There's some days where you're just so clumsy. I don't get it.
I have those mornings, though, where, I drop something and try to pick something up, and then as I'm bending over to pick it over, I knock something else down.
Yes.
And it's just are my appendages not working right now? I know we got to wake up early, but we still have the ability to, function and grasp things.
I always think of that book. Did you? And I'm sure you read this as a kid, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I always think of that kid who's super disheveled. And everything that could go wrong for Alexander does go wrong. He steps in gum and stuff like that. I always think of that book. I go right back to Alexander.
How does his bad day end? Does he end up having a good day?
I think he realizes. That's a good question. I don't know. I just know he has a horrible, terrible,
just
no good,
his
very
terrible
bad day. He grew up to get a lot of therapy, that Alexander. It is Tuesday, March 30th. Good morning. Another good day here in the valley. A little chilly, though.
A little chilly. I don't think it's going to be quite as windy. So, we're looking at 52. Sunshine, 52. You're getting your shot after the show today. I'm 205. 205. And was talking with Rosie about it last night. She said her official stance is, I'm going to see what happens to you. You get the shot. I'm going to see what happens to you. And then I'll decide when I'll get mine. And I'm like, well,
meanwhile,
I guess that's...
she's like, is his life insurance paid up?
She's like, it's probably a good idea to, just to separate them anyway.
Yeah, it is. That's what we did.
Yeah.
We separated them anyway in case one of us doesn't feel well or whatever from it. But and then you don't want to be stuck, down a pair of hands or whatever, or two sets of hands with the kids. But I'm excited. I get nervous about shots in general. But,
okay.
It is what it is, and you just go. And I haven't seen my mom and dad in over a year and a half, and I want to see them.
Yeah.
I want them to come here and visit, and they're coming out Mother's Day weekend. So they're going to be here for an entire week.
So nice. In early May. Okay.
Yeah, early May. So I'm hoping for some good weather, but it's you have that. And it was, one of the biggest things was because my mom works in a hospital in New York and wasn't able to travel. So just even having this, it makes me feel a lot better. A lot better.
And it'll be, it'll be done before you even know it. They'll shot.
I know.
I don't have shot issues. I don't have issues with needles at all.
You don't?
I don't have issues with needles. I don't have issues with drawing blood.
Ugh, I don't like that.
It doesn't feel great, but that is not I'm not squeamish medically.
I'm trying to think.
Which is nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
You have to have one parent that is not.
Yeah, you do because especially when you got kids.
Yeah.
There was a time when Harvey swallowed the penny.
Oh yes.
Where luckily, for me, I was not the penny evacuation process and retrieval. I was not available for that. So my dear wife,
wonderful
wonderful mom
heart.
of the year,
Bless her heart.
had to endure that.
Tell me something about kids, because this is the weirdest thing with, I learned this last night. It's amazing the magic that can happen in your bed at about 1 o'clock in the morning when a 3.5-foot being comes into your bed and magically becomes 6 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
How is that possible?
6 feet tall and probably 6 feet wide.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. Just takes up the whole thing.
You know, I've had the same thing happen with dogs in my day.
Oh, yes, dogs do it too.
Yeah. They just somehow expand once they get into your bed. Like, why am I at the edge of the bed now?
But you've also had some little dogs. Like, I've got Lucy the Wonder Dog
yeah.
and Moxie the giant dog.
The giant puppy, the biggest puppy in the world.
She's 55 pounds now, and she's 5 months old.
There was a guy, by the way, at the park this past weekend. He had 2 Maltipoos.
Oh, yes.
Maltipoo. So it's it'd be fun to say if I had a Maltipoo, I'd be like, I have a Maltipoo.
That's amazing.
Maltese, right? Is it
And
kind of
poodle.
and a poodle? So
Yeah.
it's not a doodle, it's a poo. They added the poo instead of the oodle on
yeah.
that one. Those are going to be some big dogs. You think you got big dogs? That guy's got big dogs, and they're big puppy dogs.
A Maltipoo is a big dog?
It's a big dog.
Are you sure it's a Maltipoo? Because those Malteses are tiny.
Are they tiny? Well, then that was a whole lot of poo in there because those are big dogs. He's like, yeah, these are like 6 weeks old. And I was like, wow, those are big.
I'm 100% sure.
Is a Maltese a little dog? I couldn't tell you what a Maltese looked like if it came in here and robbed us. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know
Those
that was a
little
Maltese.
dogs, man, you got to watch out for them. They're the worst.
They are.
I say that with love. Because I love the animals.
Yeah.
I did ask, going back to the vaccine, I did ask a friend of mine who got it yesterday how it felt. And she goes, well, I felt a little buzzed afterwards, but it could have been the Prosecco. Just so you know. See, the Maltese is kind of like,
No way.
that I Googled Maltese.
That smashed with a poodle? That doesn't make any sense.
That one's not smashed with the poodle. The Maltese is has very it looks like a beauty queen.
Yeah, that I don't imagine that getting busy with a poodle to make that big dog.
They're not dogs don't mate on attractiveness. They're not people.
But I'm talking about just sheer
You don't think
logistics.
I guess the logistics.
I'm talking about
the logistics.
Does the Maltese get on a ladder? I don't understand.
Coming up this morning. Making you smarter second by second on this program. Better than Alana.
Is that what we're doing?
I forgot to add Terry's victory up on the scoreboard. Terry and Meridian putting win number 19 on the board for KIZN Country. Your chance to be better than me. $20 to R&R Barbecue. That's at the Village in Meridian. So good barbecue. They even got hush puppies.
I love a good hush puppy.
That's right. I knew you would from
I love a good
Arkansas. I
hush
knew
puppy.
you would like that.
Yes.
So that's coming up this morning at 7:30. Ready to get the show started.
I think so.
Burning Man. Dirks. All right. This is like Dirks went through a hippie phase, and this is part of it.
I like this.
And I
I'm
dig.
excited to see what happens in quarantine Dirks.
Bigger beard.
Good morning.